and see if I get a subscriber. That was a bit done. Oh, another box. Come on, people. This is going to be disappointing. Oh, I've got viewers. Okay, so I have two people. No, they've gone. That was interesting. Two people jumped on a couple minutes in. So let's see what happens. There we go. So I have two viewers. No idea who it is, but thank you for joining the live. Um, so this is obviously, as you probably already know, my giveaway for what was supposed to be 250 subscribers has now actually been 2,500 subscribers. And where better to do a giveaway than Borough Market, which was the first market I did my review. Borough Market is also the oldest market in London, going back 1,000 years. So before America was discovered, etc., etc. And in 1775, I believe, Parliament actually closed the market down because it was making too much congestion. So they actually closed the market and then they removed it to here. And then in 1862, they built the viaduct train bridge through the middle of the market. And yet it is still here 1,000 years later. So I'm just going to literally walk around and hopefully, someone who is subscribed will come and find me. Hence the colourful shirt, because I am thinking if I'm in a colourful shirt without a jacket, it'll be easy to spot me. So I'm just going to literally wander around for 30 minutes, talk to my one or two subscribers, leave comments. So like introduce yourself, because obviously I can't see who the subscribers are. I'm guessing at the moment it's family and friends, because it is early doors in the live. We're only 3 minutes in. So I'm just going to literally walk around. If I find anything good to film, I'll flip the camera around so you guys can see what I'm seeing. And then, yeah, hopefully other people will come. So, yeah, I mean, I started the channel back at the beginning of this year, only like 7 weeks ago. And obviously most people watching this will probably already know that my goal was, for the first 3 months, I wanted to get 250 subscribers. And we are 7-8 weeks in, and we now have 2,500 subscribers. So I genuinely can't express just how thankful I am for you guys for joining in. I just realised it looks really low cut, but there isn't actually a top button on this shirt. So that's unfortunately, hopefully it's like, it keeps it PG and it's not too revealing. But yeah, so I wasn't expecting the amount of followers and subscribers that I have had to join and subscribe. I'm guessing watching a bald ginger lad eat food is actually appealing to most people. So yeah, I mean, I'm overjoyed. There's loads of stuff coming up. I'm itching to tell people what's coming, but unfortunately I want to keep it a secret and you will find out in about 3 or 4 weeks. So hopefully I can keep my mouth shut on the live for what's coming and not give too much away. However, I am going to say that one of the people watching here now is probably the person that's involved with what's coming up in the next few weeks. Super excited for it. I also have my logo, which some of you may have seen, that will start going onto the channel, and I will start doing a few got some stickers coming, basically. So what I will be doing with the stickers is everywhere that I eat, I'll have a word with the guys. If they're happy, I'll stick a sticker on their stall, and yeah, keep an eye out. I might do a competition with the stickers. It might be, send me a link to 3 different stickers around the city, and or 3 different stickers around the world if I ever get out of London. And yeah, maybe the first person with 3 stickers sent to me might win a prize or something along that lines. I want to do something with it because it's not really got too much merchandise yet. I have the logo, I have some baseball hats coming, and I have a couple of t-shirts coming, but that's mainly for me and my uncle, who is probably watching, so thank you, for when we do our next little bit. So yeah, after that, hopefully, if the channel keeps growing as it is, then yeah, there'll definitely be some merchandise with my little cartoony logo on, and yeah, hopefully maybe as time goes by as well, we can get a few more designs of my little dude. So I mean, considering it's a Monday, I don't know if you can just see this, right? Hang on a second. Considering it's a Monday, the market is like pretty busy. I'm not gonna lie. Gives you an idea of where I am as well for the next few minutes. I'm just going to kind of walk around in a circle here for a couple of minutes, just in case there is any of you looking for me in the market. So, kind of hope someone's looking for me in the market. Just kind of walking around talking to you guys, which is great and lovely. And hopefully, like I say, leave comments, let me know who you are, where you're from, find out where my reach is. It's probably London and Dublin, but I'm okay with that. It's not too bad, but I'm going to literally stand by, for anyone that does know, I'm going to stand by here, which is, for any film lovers out there, will know, is Bridget Jones's front door. So you never know, maybe she'll come down and see me and get a free lunch. But yeah, I have to say, this has been a very nerve-wracking morning building up to this. Very nervous, excited. A lot of trepidation. I want to do a live and I want people to turn up, but then obviously I'm 7 weeks in and I literally have no idea how many people have subscribed to me in the area. So I know that I've had a lot of views over in sort of Cambodia and Egypt, and I've even had a good lot of viewers in Iraq. So thank you if you're watching this, or if you watch this at a later date, thank you. And yeah, I am just meandering in a circle, hoping that someone will come and tap me on the shoulder and show me that they're subscribed. And then, like I say, I am hoping that whoever pops up, I'm not expecting any family members to surprise me because they don't live nearby, which would be an amazing surprise, to be fair, but I am just hoping someone will come and find me. Otherwise, I've frozen my arms off for 2 or 3 of you that are watching at home, which is still good, and I am enjoying it. And I will, at a later date as well, do more lives, certainly in and around London at markets, mainly because it's where I'm based, and obviously it's going to be more accessible, I think, to a lot of the followers and people that I interact with regularly. So, but obviously as we grow and things develop and hopefully we branch further afield, I might be able to do some lives in other countries if we ever get on a large enough scale for that. So we have been live now for 10 minutes, so we are a third of the way through. So the countdown is really on. You guys have got 20 more minutes to come and find me, or else I'm going to go and eat lunch and turn this off. So I'm going to start moving on from here, I think, in a minute. I'm just still walking up and down this one road. So we will see what happens. I'm expecting at least one of you to be around here somewhere. So hopefully you don't mind maybe being on camera as well. If you don't mind being on camera and you do come up to me, let me know. And what we'll do is you can introduce yourself. We'll have a little one to define what you want for lunch. And we'll film yourself getting some lunch just to prove that obviously I'm not just running someone and then running live off and not buying lunch. So if you're happy with that, let me know. If not, obviously that's fine. You can come up to me, show me that you've subscribed, and we can end the live there, and then I'll go and get you some lunch of your choosing. So I'm going to turn the camera back around to the front, because I'm going to move on again to another part of the market. So let's see where we're going. So we're walking through to the back end now, where it's a bit more pastry bakes and stuff like that. So I'm sorry the camera's quite shaky because I'm using my phone as opposed to my DJI Pocket, which is brilliant, by the way. It's got a 3-point gimbal, which stops it going like this for you guys so you don't feel so seasick. So we're down to 1. We did have 4, so I was impressed. I'm quite happy that we got 4, to be fair. So, down to 0. I've lost someone. So yeah, in this side of the market now, in the back, away from the food. We're going to go back over towards the food stalls in a minute. But for the time being, just going to stroll around here. If anybody does find me, just come and tap me on the shoulder, as opposed to maybe coming up behind me and making me jump, because it wouldn't be. It'd probably be great TV seeing me jump out my skin. But so we're going to walk down now past the Ginger Pig Kitchen and around into the food court-ish area where a lot more of the street food is. So we're still going. We're coming up to the halfway point. So we will see if someone's going to leave it to the last minute to hunt me down. So we will see what happens. It's weird, like you plan a live, and obviously because people can drop messages in the bottom if they want to as well that I can react to. 30 minutes of walking and talking is actually surprisingly difficult while holding the camera at your face. So yeah, obviously I'm trying not to run out of things to say. By the way, we just have a shout out to Bread Ahead Donuts, my favourite donut in London, I think. Always stop there, and I will be stopping there as soon as we finish the live. So yes, we're walking back in to the main part of the market now, and then we'll go down through to the stall area for the foods. So I just literally saw the still as of my face there as the camera was panning around. It did not look good. So definitely think I have that moment there definitely had a face for radio. So keep going. They got some lovely strawberries. I don't know how they can get so many strawberries this early in the year, but they look delicious. Juices on a day like today where you're like me not wearing anything, hot juice is absolutely lovely. So yeah, that is the middle of the market, and we are now heading down to the main area of the street food. So I got another viewer, no idea who it is. Like I say, if you want to let me know, pop a comment with your name, let me know who it is. I'm quite happy to. I'll try and type as well on the camera. You might just see my hands for a second while I'm typing. So we are now in the main area of the market. So this is where most of the food stalls are, especially with like the permanent builds that they've put up here over the last few years. So before that they were all like little temporary stalls, but they now have a lot more sort of permanent items in the market, which is great. I think it's a lot of it's been done with security for the traders in mind, and obviously It helps secure good EHO reviews, because obviously being in a market every day can be difficult. But with the permanent stalls that they have set up here, it's actually really good for them to keep their hygiene practices on point, which is great for them and great for us. And yeah, like everywhere here is delicious. So you'd have seen my first ever video. Obviously, you'd have seen me come here with their Christmas sandwich, and it's still probably, in my opinion, the best sandwich in Borough Market. So again, I may have to go back there. I'm going to have to eventually do a part 2 of Borough Market, because there were so many places. Like there's a Japanese ramen place just here. I think it's called Oroshi. There's loads of pasta places. There's Mei Mei. I never took you guys to Mei Mei the first time, which is one of my favorite places. It's a Singaporean style eatery, which I will show you up here. They do kaya toast, Hainanese chicken and rice, nasi lemak, char siu, and it is bloody delicious. So I will have to come back there again at some point. So yeah, still wondering now what we got left. We have 13 minutes and 36 seconds to go. So I got a feeling nobody is going to find me at this rate. And if that is the case, I may have to do another market on another day. I might even go somewhere, say Camden, on a Saturday. Let's just have a look, how busy this is for a Monday afternoon. Like, there is just people absolutely everywhere. So anyway, yes, back to the possibility of another competition. So if nobody finds me here, what I might do is double up. So if nobody finds me here for a free lunch today, I will go back to work on the channel, build it up a little more, start making some more content that brings more people in, and then when we get to maybe, I don't know, we're at 2,500 now, let's say 5,000. So once we double our channel, I'll double the competition. And what I will do is I will buy 2 lunches. So that could be the first subscriber to find me with a friend. I will buy a lunch for both, or 2 individual subscribers. So I mean, that's a big ask. We can't get 1 subscriber today, but if we can get 2 subscribers next time, I will buy 2 lunches for those people. So that's a lunch each for a subscriber and a friend, or 2 individual lunches for 2 individual subscribers. And the live might be a little bit longer depending on how it goes. So obviously still 3 people, no comments, so I can't answer anyone's questions, or I can't say hello to anybody because I don't know where anyone's from or who it is that's viewing. But that is okay. I will talk to you anyway, because as you've probably noticed, despite nerves, nerves, I have been able to just waffle on for, well, I was going to say 20 minutes, not really 20 minutes. It was about 15 by the time someone actually came in. I did wait until I had some people into the live before I started talking, because didn't want to be walking around talking to nobody. You know, a few of you is all right, but nobody is kind of, like, what's this weirdo doing? So I'm back out the front. I'll show you again now. I am back out of the front. Oh, hang on, my camera's not working. There we go. I am back out at the front by the Wheatsheaf and Applebee's Fish and Sons and Daughters, and then Brindisa down the end here. So I am along this road, and I am just going to walk up and down this road for a few more minutes to see if any of you are in this area, and we will see what happens. I keep jumping up to a few extra viewers, and then keep dropping away. So hopefully, the people that keep jumping in and out are people trying to find me, and not people that have a shock when they open and see a bright bald head on the screen. So I'm just literally going to walk up and down by Hayward's Oysters. I'm going by the Comfy Duck stall. I'm going to go down to the Ginger Pig, do a U-turn, walk back up the street. So, and I mean, I'm not hard to spot with this I'm not going to say bright color, but it's certainly colorful to a point. So hopefully someone will spot me and come running up to me, screaming like a big nerdy fan. Um, but who knows? If not, it's fine. I will, like I say, double up that competition. And the next time I go live, I will make sure I've had a bit more interaction and hopefully, like I say, do a double giveaway as opposed to just a single like we're doing today. So, also hit the thumbs up. I don't know how much the thumbs up on the lives affects the channel, but obviously every little helps, especially someone starting out now. But yeah, so like I said, I started it in January mainly because this is what I've always done. So I've always been a chef. For any of you that don't really know my history, always been a chef. Absolutely love food. Always loved cooking for people, introducing new flavors, new dishes, new foods to people, friends and family. And every time I was off, I'd go for a meal somewhere, I'd go to a market, I'd travel for food, and it was always just taking loads of pictures, loads of videos, sending them to friends and family, and I kind of thought to myself, well, I do it anyway, so where's the harm in doing it on hopefully a wider audience? So I kind of set out myself the challenge at the start of the year that I was kind of hoping to have maybe 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year was like my ideal goal, and haven't really considered the monetization of it. I'm kind of just doing it for fun. That's why, even though I'm a chef, you're not seeing any cooking videos. I want to keep it separate from my work life and keep the enjoyment of going and tasting the food and sharing it with everyone. So yeah, the end of the year I wanted 1,000 subscribers, and it took to just nearly the end of the first month to get there. So yeah, I mean, I want to see how much more we can grow the channel, certainly. And yeah, obviously the more we grow, the more I'll try and get sort of one-on-ones with some stalls and do sort of, especially like the independent ones like you've seen in the Greenwich market, with the struggles that they're going through with the prices increasing for the stalls, and just the difficulty in general for everybody, that those independent people are struggling the most. And I'd certainly love to be able to have little interviews with those guys, get them on the channel, and obviously with a wider audience, maybe just help get a little trade go their way. Because obviously I love all markets. I love independent markets. I love like the cargo hall markets in London as well, that have, you know, there's sites that have a stall with bricks and mortar as well. And with them, I still fully support them. I think they're brilliant. The food that they do, how they look after their staff, they're all really, really good. And these permanent markets with larger companies still allow security for those traders, which is, again, fantastic. I've come back to the middle, by the way, down by Bread Ahead and Bridget Jones's front door. So, trying not to move around too fast. Like, I just don't like the idea of someone running behind me trying to chase me and not knowing where I am. So I'm just going to probably walk up and down here. We got, what, 4 minutes left? No, 6 minutes left, sorry. 6 minutes left. I may run a couple minutes over because it did take a while for any of you to come into the chat. So what we will do is I might run it in 2 or 3 minutes beyond the 30 minutes just to see what happens. So, but yeah, so that was where the channel originally stemmed from. It was kind of just sharing what I already did with friends and family, and just kind of the enjoyment I get from seeing a family member or a friend go to a different part of the world or taste something from a different part of the world and see the eyes light up, the joy of that taste, or the surprise of what they're actually tasting. One of my friends, Nibbo, who you never know, you might see on a video one day in the future. We went to Thailand a few years ago, and we had crickets, deep fried crickets, and they get sprayed with like a dark soy sauce and white pepper. And it was our first or second day there, and I genuinely kind of thought that maybe it would be a stretch for him, but he came in with a great attitude of just like, try everything, see what happens. If you don't like it, you don't like it. It's not going to do you any harm. And he ended up thoroughly enjoying them, and we were just walking down the road with a couple of beers, eating them like little pieces of popcorn, and they were delicious. And then at the end of the holiday, we went to a restaurant called 8020 in Thailand, which I think it was a few months after it had won its first Michelin star. And we had a fish dish. And I think my friend Nibam liked it more than me. It had, in season from northern Thailand, an ant egg larvae salad. And the texture wasn't the greatest. Flavor was nice. There was a little pop of citrusness in the dish. But yeah, I think certainly he enjoyed it more than me. And he cleaned the plate. And I think it was the only dish in Thailand where I didn't kind of basically lick the plate clean. So amazed that, and that's the joy that I get from it, is introducing these new and crazy things, not just to him or my friends or my family, but to myself as well. I will travel wherever I travel to based on places that I want to go and eat. So it is very much, for me, the world is about food. It's, every market, you go to a market in a major city, like a microcosm of the city in one built-up area of a market. So you get all the local cuisine. You obviously get cuisine, especially in a market like in London, you get cuisine from around the world. But you also then see cuisines from the immigrants that come in, and how that over time shapes the cuisine of that country. For instance, you go to Mexico and you have tacos al pastor, which is, you ask anyone and they will know probably what tacos al pastor is above most other tacos. And with that, tacos al pastor actually came over and was invented by Lebanese immigrants that basically, they came over in the late 1800s, early 1900s. They bought the vertical spit, which is what they used to do like their shawarmas and stuff on, and they would sell their vertical spit of shawarma, and it was al pastor, so they didn't have the same herbs, spices and stuff that they had readily available anywhere else. So this is where the al pastor came from, and now it's loved by literally every single person. So to me, that's what I think is amazing, is how you can go to a market and you can see where the food is, and kind of will be with the merging of cuisines from around the world. And that's why, you always have to find a market in a city and just go and have the street food. Yeah, you go to some cities, like you go to Bangkok, and certainly if you're new to going over to that part of the world, the visual effect of what the stalls look like may put some people off. But the reality is the food on the streets is some of the best food I've had anywhere in the world in Bangkok. It's certainly my favorite food city in the world that I've ever visited to, and I certainly do want to go back there at some point in the next sort of year, 18 months. So we'll see what happens with that one. But certainly, yeah, wherever you travel to, I recommend when you plan going to museums and you plan going to architectural structures, bridges, buildings, etc., make time for a market. Just one, doesn't have to be loads, just one market. Go to that market, walk around, and just taste two things you've never tasted before, or two things that are different to what you normally eat, and just try it out. And I can promise you 90% of the time you will absolutely love what you are eating. And that's, for me, that's always been the joy of food. It crosses divides. So you taste something new, and if you're there eating it in front of someone who just made it and they're from a foreign country and they don't speak your language, a smile on your face from that food speaks 1,000 words to them, and there is no language barrier in the image of enjoyment of food. And that's what I love. I find an easier way of communicating with people in any foreign country is through food, hand gestures when you eat the food, and just smiles. Like when I went to Mexico last year, the joy of tasting food in Mexico and the people cooking the food it's such a cultural thing, and they're so happy to share their food with you and share their culture through their food. And that's the thing, like food, like we have so many different cultural differences around the world, but you learn so much through each individual culture through their food that I think it's an education in itself. So obviously nobody's found me, which is very, very disappointing. I've spent 30 minutes chatting on here, but hopefully I might get some messages from some people after saying that they did tune in for a little bit to watch it. So, but on that note, I'm going to call it a day, and I am going to go and treat myself to lunch because nobody else wanted it. But anyway, I'll see you. This might go up, it might not. So if it doesn't go up, anyone that tuned in, you're very privileged to have shared this with me. If it does go up, then obviously go over, hit a like. And like I say, it's going to double up now. So the next time I go live will be 2 lunches. So it'll be 1 subscriber for 2 people, or it will be 2 individual subscribers, and there will be 2 lunches given away. But like I said, target for that is 5,000, so that could be next week, that could be next year. Who knows what's going to happen to the channel after the next couple of weeks. Hopefully after the next month, there's some exciting stuff coming up, which I've done really well not to tell you what's going on. So on that note, I'm going to go and say probably bye Mum, bye Jay, and yeah, anyone else as well, thanks for tuning in, and I will chat to you very soon. Take care.